Is there a side within you that feels a little bit abandoned? Because in our society, we are taught to see action as more valuable than relaxation. We have been told that logic is much more important than our intuition and than our creativity. And we also have been told that it is very good to be generous and to give, but receiving is not seen as valuable as giving. And there's a reason for that, because I think it is very important that we share with others and that we are generous, because then we express that we feel abundant, and if we feel abundant, we become abundant even more. And all these qualities, this relaxation, this intuition, this side of us what is nourishing and understanding and creative, this is our feminine side, and it has not been seen as valuable as the masculine side of action and achieving things and being productive and logical. In our society, we are not in balance, and it is very important that we find our balance within us. I've talked about this example. What would happen if we only try to breathe out, to only give the air out of our body, and we didn't allow ourselves to receive? We would not allow ourselves to breathe in. It would not be very comfortable. So all these burnout cases and all this action-oriented behavior is a sign of that. And I have noticed that I have created in my life even more difficulties and struggles and things I had to do because I wanted to feel productive. I wanted to. That is 1 year ago. Then I have realized, oh, this is because I want to feel so worthy. I always want to be productive to prove something, and that is so silly. We don't have to do that, right? We are infinitely worthy, all of us, and we don't have to do anything to become worthy, because we already are infinitely worthy. I talk about this in my other videos. And this feminine side in us wants to be heard. And if we don't allow ourselves to receive in a natural way, we find ways to receive because we need to receive something. So I've noticed I've noticed in my life then when I was not ready to receive money, I needed to borrow money. So if we don't allow us to receive what it is that we want, then we find ways. Some people steal something. Some people manipulate others to get what they want. And it is like we would not allow ourselves to breathe in, so we we take from another person something to put air in our body in any other kind of way, or for example, somebody who would dive in the ocean and needs this oxygen thing, you know what I mean? Maybe we would take that from our neighbor and put it on because we need to breathe. We need to. And we also need love, and we need money, and we need some things, you know. And if we don't, we need rest, for example. So some people, if they don't allow themselves to rest and to live their feminine side, they break their ankle, for example. They break their leg or something because then they find an excuse to breathe in. And it is time that we value our feminine side. We all have this feminine side within us, and it is really the time to see that this is as worthy as the masculine side. Within this universe, there is light and darkness, and sometimes darkness is associated with something negative because there are negative forces, of course, and they are often associated with darkness. But I want to say there is another kind of darkness. The space, if you look in the universe where the stars are, this darkness in the night is a good darkness, I would say. We all have light and darkness within us, and I'm not. Of course, we also have this. We also have these negative parts, but I'm talking in the moment about the divine darkness. I'm talking about this in our eyes, the receiving part. This is our divine feminine energy. We all have dark eyes, and this is something that has nothing to do with evil forces. There is this pure divine energy which is represented through a divine kind of darkness, and this darkness is the space in which the light can be. And together this masculine energy and this feminine energy create this beautiful kind of experience. Like you can see when we look outside, it is not pure white light. The daylight is balanced. It is not pure white light that we could not see anything. There is a mix with the other force, with this divine darkness. And together they create this beautiful daylight. And without this darkness, we could not even see the stars in the night. And yes, I wanted to bring that up so that we think differently about darkness and see that there are two kinds of darkness, the evil one and the Divine One. And we all have this divine darkness and this divine light within us. And it is so important that we allow ourselves to rest and to see that we can never lose our infinite self-worth. And that will bring so much more ease in our life and makes us so much more happy. Have a nice day.